Coming up in this episode of Behind the Sound.
Promoters were putting me on shows because like, this girl is fire, and I got so much support. And I remember years later that DJ said to me, "Can I open up a show for you?" And I said, "No." Just joking. No. We ended up working together because I'm just like, whatever, man, full circle.
KRS-One, you don't stop until the beat, y'all. I rock on, yeah, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Yeah, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my it's going down, people gather around. Grab a mic, let's rap, it's behind the sound. It's going down, people gather around. Grab a mic, let's rap, it's behind the sound.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I found this female, I don't even know how it happened. She just happened to pop up, I think, on my Instagram feed. And it was a video of her rapping. And immediately there was this fire and passion in every word that she spit. I reached out to her immediately, sent her a message. I'm like, listen, I have this music podcast. I would love for you to be on it. She's like, I'm in Red Deer. When do you want me to come? She was so down and ready to rock it. That was another sign to me that immediately I was going to have fun sitting down and chatting with her and then rapping with her in the Get Shit Done booth. She has performed all over the place. She's got a show coming up right now with Obi Trice and D12 in Red Deer. Born and raised in Red Deer, has opened up for everybody, you name it, any major hip-hop act that has come through Calgary or Red Deer and even Edmonton, she has had the opportunity to open. And when you hear her talk and you hear her rap, you are very quickly about to understand why. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest on the Behind the Sound episode, let me do that again. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is none other than Ms. Teaze. How you doing?
Woo!
Hey!
What up?
How are you?
I am beautiful and very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Honestly, I cannot believe that we made this happen so quickly. As soon as I saw you and I heard your verses, I'm like, yo, we got to get some Miss Teaze on here. Huh?
Yeah, oh, totally, yeah.
So give us a little bit of background for people who don't know who you are. Born and raised in Red Deer, how do you get into the rap game?
Whew, well, it's
Bring
been
that
a
mic
long,
a little closer.
It's been quite the journey, I would say. When I first started rapping, it was quite interesting because you remember having a Discman?
Of course.
Right? Yeah. So my brother would be listening to like Jadakiss and Nas, and there was a CD on his nightstand, and he went to work or something. So I went into his room and grabbed that Nas CD.
How old are you at this point?
I think I was like 15, 16, I would say, somewhere around there. And I don't even know what CD it was. I just put the CD in the Discman and I pressed play. And it was a song called Hate Me Now, Nas featuring P. Diddy.
Oh,
you can hate me now, but that won't stop now.
Yo, that beat is fire.
Yeah. So I remember replaying it, sitting in my couch. And I said to myself, oh my God, this song is amazing. I want to be a hip hop artist. Like, this song is like, man, I felt it in my body, and it was one of the best songs ever. And so every day after school, I would come home and I would listen to it on repeat, just, and people, I thought to myself, okay, this is getting a little too much. And that's when I wanted to become a rapper, because I was like, man, these guys sound so amazing. And so every day I would go for a walk and I would play that song, and I would just find like little end, like hearing songs at the end, there's a little bit of the beat, like without them rapping on it.
Yeah.
I would rap just on that little, ending of the beat. And, when I did that, I thought, oh, okay, I'm getting better and better. And I would go for walks and keep rapping and rhyming and doing whatever. And just like, people probably thought I was crazy walking by, because I was just like, I didn't care what people thought. But I would practice every day rapping and rhyming and just making up things, freestyling. And I said to myself, I really want to be a hip hop artist. And I remember, I don't want to keep on going on and on, but I have to get this out. This is important part of my journey. There was no female hip hop artist in Red Deer. It was unheard of. It was like, what? I remember Shark's Garage. It was a place in Red Deer. It was the most happening place in Red Deer, okay? There was a DJ there, and I remember I had a mixtape ready, okay? It was just a 2-song mixtape.
Of your stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
And I handed it to the DJ, and he's like, what's this? And I said, it's my mixtape. If you want to play the songs or have me on, please give me a chance. And I begged him. And he's like, whatever. And he honestly didn't take it. Now, wait. And I said, okay, because of him, he is the reason why I'm here. Because it lit the fire in my ass so much. The fire was lit. And I said to myself, okay, how am I going to get my music out there? So I said, you know what? I'm going to put my own show and I'm going to open up for myself. So I brought Hobson and Swiss to Red Deer and I performed and opened and people were like, wow. So I started doing shows and I started, getting traction. People were like, who's this girl? Like, wow. And Alberta, promoters were putting me on shows because like, this girl is fire and whatever, it was great. And I got so much support. And I remember years later that DJ said to me, he said to me, can I open up a show for you? And I said, no. Just joking. No. We ended up working together because I'm just like, whatever, man, full circle. And it felt good. But that's how I started out. The hunger and drive in me from, getting turned down and doors closed in my face because it was not heard of for a female hip hop artist.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I love that story. That's such a dope full circle story.
Yeah.
It's hard enough for any rapper, a local rapper, MC, musician, artist to get heard and seen. Never mind a female in the rap game.
Absolutely.
Right? That's got to be extra hard and extra layer for you to break through. What a dope story that, you know what? I'm going to put my own fucking show on.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my own show and open up for the show. I'm going to promote it, get some people there. And what a way to break through.
Yeah. It was dope. And like I said, the same people that slammed the door in the face on me, which motivated me in the end, or wanting to work with me. So I appreciate them for the motivation because you need that. You need that fire. You need people telling you no and not yes men everywhere because it lights the fire. And after I did that, it was over. I just kept full speed doing shows. I started off putting on my own shows. Like I did the Red Deer Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
So it was a place where everyone comes together and dressing up all nice and just giving out awards, accolades. And it was just so cool because people thought, wow, there can be a space for a small town like Red Deer to have hip hop and stuff. And people can come out and use their voice and have fun and stuff like that. So I've done a lot for the Red Deer hip hop scene and I'm honored. I love my city. And I love the people and the hip hop and the urbanness of Calgary and Edmonton as well. Like they're more a little bit urban than Red Deer. But like I said, it's a small town and I'm the only female hip hop artist. So the spotlight was on me a little bit, and people appreciated what I was giving back to the city.
Yeah, I think once you got out, it was a little bit to your advantage that you were the only female rapper, right?
It was, yeah.
Probably breaking through was hard. You figure out a way to do that. But then being like, who else is it? Like when you talk about female rap in Red Deer, who else is it but Miss Teaze? And so I think that was a great way for you to kind of not really have any competition and stand out. And sometimes it's those little pockets, man, those little towns that really eat that shit up.
Yeah.
Like you got a show coming up, Obi Trice and D12 coming to Red Deer.
Yeah, to Red Deer. And the cool story about that for D12 and Obi Trice coming to Red Deer is one of my first big shows was opening up for D12 in Red Deer. It was like Kilty Lee. He had a big club in Red Deer and everybody was going there. It was called the Catwalk. And shout out to Catwalk. All my Red Deer people know that. They brought D12. It was one of the biggest shows, hip hop shows they ever seen come to Red Deer. And, the promoters used to put on hip hop shows in Red Deer, bring whoever they could, like Redman, Bone Thugs and Harmony and things that people are like, what? You're bringing this to Red Deer? Right. And I'll never forget it. Shout out to Nikki and Dwight that put me on the show, and the place was packed. And I still got a picture. It's on my Facebook, and it was just such a beautiful show, and people like coming to see you, and after the show coming up to you like, wow, that was amazing, and you were so dope. And that was, a really full circle moment hearing that I'll be opening up for D12 again, because it's kind of bringing me back to when I first, started and got one of my first big shows was D12.
Take us back to that moment. What does that feel like? Because not everybody has an opportunity. I mean, some people are rapping and singing in their bedrooms and they have huge YouTube followings or have never seen the live stage. Whereas back in the day, I think coming up, like how long have you been rapping for?
It's been over 10 years.
Over 10 years? So yeah, you're in an era. You still grew up with, the YouTube and stuff in the game.
Oh, yeah.
But I think not everybody gets to feel that energy of a live performance, and it's addictive,
Oh, it is.
So take us back to that first show, that first big show. You've got a sea of people in Red Deer.
Yeah.
All your people are there. It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. Some people have heard of you already before, and here you are, the only female in Red Deer rocking that. What was that moment like? Describe it. Take us there.
It was better than sex. The feeling is amazing, and the support after that was there. Like, it was like, who is this chick? And she's amazing. And that's what kind of guided me through my journey and gave me that platform to just jump up and go a little bit higher. And so that's what I appreciate. And there's no love like local love. And I always say, you got to be loved in your own city before they love you anywhere else. So if you don't have that, then it's going to be hard for you to get the love anywhere else, like Calgary, Edmonton, anywhere in Alberta, outside. So it was amazing. It was one of my favorite shows because back in the day, we didn't have COVID and all that stuff and politics and everything is money, it seems like now. Back in the day, you did shows and they were fun and people came out and they partied and they, you got home safe. Like now it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's obviously because I'm getting older, right? So, but even the teenagers that, that I grow up with that are there, they're not even clubbing and stuff. So they don't even have a club to go to in Red Deer. So I feel bad for them, but I think that is huge to have a good club in Red Deer because you can perform and they just, Red Deer is just kind of shying away from hip hop, which is unfortunate because we need a place to perform. And there's small little pubs that still have our back in Red Deer. Shout out to LBG, shout out to Murph's, shout out to the VAT, shout out to Bo's Bar and Grill. Like they're still holding it down for us. And sorry if I forgot anyone, but they're still holding it down for us. But there's no real club or big performance venue for us hip hop artists to perform at. So we try and go elsewhere, like Edmonton, Calgary, and bigger scale cities that hold a more capacity of people. So what I'm trying to get at here is the new generation of hip hop artists in Red Deer. I don't see where they can go. Like what? In fact, there's not very much. Everyone wanted to be a rapper back in the day. Like so, like I'm not seeing much of it anymore. I'm not seeing like the young teenagers that are growing up wanting to be a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm just...
They want to be YouTubers now.
Yeah, YouTubers and all that.
They want to create a brand.
And I mean, that's where money is, but yeah, it's just different. It's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's odd also. I get what you're saying in that kids don't really want to go to... I say kids because I'm fucking old, but I mean like teens and early 20s, they're not really going to clubs anymore.
No.
Not like we were, Like it's... and I'm older than you, but I mean, during that time, you knew on Wednesday night where the spot was, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, where the spots were.
That's right.
There were club joints and DJs were playing.
That's right.
Where you could go out and you could see a performance or you could just hear a DJ and dance. Now it's like pubs and like that kind of a vibe, right?
Yeah.
Where you could just drink and sort of hang out.
Yeah. And I don't know where it's going though. And I often wonder where's hip hop in my city? Because every day I had, a show every weekend or we had something going on hip hop. So I'm kind of worried for the future of my city in hip hop. So that's why I got to keep it going.
So do you think that there is less hip hop happening in Red Deer? Or do you think that now as you're older, you've got a career, you're a little bit more removed from that?
That's a very good question, because that's what I think it is. I think that I try and keep up with everything that's going on in Red Deer and the hip hop, even if it's a new song from some new artist. I try and keep up, and give them props, even if they need more work, or because I want to be a mentor. Like, I want to say, hey man, I really loved your song. Do you know like any recording areas, and get them hooked up with other people. I often have people message me and say, hey, my boyfriend wants to rap, and he's new in the scene, and wondering if you can talk to him. And I'm here in the middle, like, yeah, let me hear your stuff. And and then I say, hey, head to the VAT on Sunday and do an open mic, and then I'll see you there. And they don't show up. So there's just no hunger in that. So I'm just like, I've given up on that at that point. But I would love to mentor as well, because I'm not established in any way. Like, I'm not driving a Rolls Royce, but I'm more established in people messaging me and saying that my music has saved them. Like, that is not, money can't buy that, that happiness. And it's one of the best feelings in the world, being a hip hop artist. And if I have any advice to give anyone in the music industry, you can have a bank full of money, get a record deal and get signed, but you will have more stress. Make music that you love. A lot of people have writer's block because, they're worried about what other people think. And that's what kills me, because I do too. So we all do. It's in our blood. But if we actually sat there and wrote music for what we believe in and what we love, and then throw it out there and have people love it for what it is, it would be a beautiful thing. In the music industry, we'd have more art, we'd have more people, because people are too scared to get out there. And I would have more music out, because we're all wanting to be the best, and you can't be the best. You can only do what you can and write what you can. So a message out there to everybody, write what's from your heart, and the right people will love it. And if they don't, those aren't your people.
100%. That's such a great point.
Yeah.
You got to start with the art for yourself and not think about the audience. Like, oh, who am I writing this for?
That's right.
What do they want to hear? You got to write what you want to hear, write what you think is dope, and let the right audience find you. I love the way that you put that.
Yeah,
We've talked about that on this pod a lot. And even talking with my business partner and wife, Rowena, and sort of thinking about my YouTube channel over the years, and kind of even some content for this podcast. And she always does a good job of bringing me back to like not focusing on the end audience. Focus on what you want to do. And that's kind of the point of Behind the Sound podcast, is like, fuck, I have so many dope friends and people in this community and the surrounding areas who are so talented that I would love to just connect with and like rap beside. And so that's what I do, on this show. I found you. I'm like, yo, this girl is so dope.
I feel like knowing you forever.
It's
we
like,
got in the booth there and just slammed it down.
We just destroyed it. Yeah. Yeah, it was like work.
We didn't even I didn't send you nothing.
No rehearsal, no nothing.
We just slammed it out. So that was cool.
Yeah, it was so dope.
Yeah.
Do you have, going back to your writing process, and now, go from writing at the tail end instrumentals of songs to like being able to now maybe be in studios and have all of these prosumer tools that are available to you, even just being able to find instrumentals on YouTube. 10 years ago, you couldn't easily do that, What's the process like for you? And has there been a favorite song or creative piece that you've done that you're most proud of, that has like really spoken to you, that you recorded or you spit and you were like, yo, that's actually, the one?
Yeah, I do actually. It's called The Last Laugh. It's on YouTube. And I recorded it about 7 or 8 years ago. And the other day I was having a rough day, and someone needed some of my songs. I wanted to perform at the Junos, and they were taking submissions in. So I was forwarding my music to them. And, I don't listen to my music like on a daily, like having it play. I just listen to it when it first comes out, and then I listen and listen and listen. And then it's one of those things. Some artists just don't want to hear their music, but I played The Last Laugh as I sent it to the Junos. And I'm like, oh my God, my own song just motivated me. And I was having a tough day. And I was like, this is fire, man. This song is amazing. Like, that's what I felt inside. Like, I was having a tough day and I listened to it. And The Last Laugh is about having the last laugh. It pretty much explains itself.
Yeah.
Getting a last laugh in life, whether you're going through relationship problems or having trouble with friends, work, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And and I listened to it and I actually felt good after it. I'm like, wow, my own music did that. And that was like a short epiphany that I had that I have never had with my music. So that was a very touching moment. And I said, I hope other people benefit from it and hear this song, and because it motivated me. My own music did. So that was a very special moment for me.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's
that
cool.
was dope.
You remember that verse? Give us a little bit of that verse.
Yo, a little bit of that verse.
Give us a little bit of that verse. Miss Teaze, baby.
You're gonna beep up. Boom, boom, psh, boom, 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 psh, yeah. I'll do another verse. Yeah, I knew a girl. She was only 18. She got her rhymes real right, but her mama looked mean. Yeah, she got high. She smoked some crack. She got her child taken away. But before that, yeah, she knew shit people wouldn't ride with. Nah, she knew shit people wouldn't deal with, and that's why. Yeah, we need to say, everybody put your lighters up. We pray, we say, 'cause it's a tragedy. At times we get by. Friends stab you in the back, stick a needle in your eye. Yeah, they lie. They even cheat and steal. Told her before she overdosed, she needed time to heal. Yeah.
Hey, that wasn't the verse you're talking about, though?
No,
that was
it
just
wasn't. The reason why I spit that is because that was my very first song I wrote.
Really?
Yeah, and I wanted to spit that
vibe.
to everybody.
That's a vibe
That's
already.
my first song pen game right there.
How long ago was that?
Oh, damn. I've been in the game 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, a
Call it
little
10
over
years.
10 years was my very
Crazy.
first song that I wrote called Brighter Days. So, yeah, I wanted to just spit that because, full send, go, around the circle.
Give us a little, where does this fire come from?
Oh, man, I don't even know. I have no family that are musically inclined at all. Like, one builds houses, one's a professor at the college. My mom was... I was in the back of the car when my mom was driving, listening to Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, all those people. So I'm into that. My uncle, he loved Whitney Houston. And so that's all that was in my face.
Yeah.
Every day, Whitney Houston.
Bangers, yeah.
And now as I'm older, I appreciate him doing that and appreciate my mom because they're my favorite artists today and they're amazing. Like they're the legends of today.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I don't have any family members that are musically inclined. So it was basically just being motivated by hearing other artists like Nas and P. Diddy and Jadakiss. And just that's my brother is the one that got me started because he's the one that had the CDs. So I would just listen to it in my Discman. And that's what motivated me.
What were you listening to before that? Because that was 15 years old.
We're talking like Nirvana and stuff like that that he had. I remember seeing the CD with the baby with the freaking penis on. I'm like, what the heck is this? But I put it in. I'm like,
days.
whoa, this is good.
Yeah.
And then he had rap, and of course, I wasn't allowed. Your parents don't let you listen to that stuff, right? And then of course, Eminem came out, so he was motivating too. It was just. I don't know. Ice Cube motivated me as well.
Oh, you got a little bit of that Cube fire when you spit,
motivated me. That song. You can do it, put your ass into it. I can do it, put your back into it. Just do it. And anyways, that song, you remember when we used to record, you could have a cassette player and you can record and hit play and it would record you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would listen to the Ice Cube song on play, and then on the other cassette side, I would record it. So I would just record, like I said, the end instrumentals of me rapping.
Yeah.
And so just little things like that, dabbling.
You still have any of that stuff?
I do. I do have like memorabilia of stuff I've collected over the years. And I also try and collect all the posters that I've performed at because that is special. Like, because when you have kids and stuff, you can look back and share that. Like if I'm sitting there waking up one day and my mom says, "Hey, I got a poster of me opening up for Jadakiss or Snoop Dogg or whatever," you're gonna be like, "What, Mom? You used to do that?"
Yeah.
You know how they do that now?
Yeah.
You're like, "What?" My mom says she was Miss Fredericton, New Brunswick when she was younger, and I'm like, "What? That's so cool." You know what I mean? Like when our parents flex like that. So that's another cool thing when I have kids. If I do, it'll be special to tell them all these stories and motivate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of your family, to give us a little background of your history,
Yeah.
because I mean, you look white, but as soon as I heard you spit, I'm like, this
It's like,
girl,
whoa.
yeah.
Queen
I mean,
Latifah's
nothing wrong
in the
with white
house.
rappers. There's some talent.
No,
The best
yeah.
rapper in the world is white, as
Yeah,
far as
yeah.
I'm concerned.
Oh, totally, yeah.
100%, dead or alive.
Yeah, yeah.
And but it was a different vibe when I heard you spit, just like gritty and grimy
Yeah,
and
yeah.
passionate. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So my background is Black and Lebanese with white, of course.
So unique.
Yeah, it is unique, and it's unheard of because Lebanese people don't typically go with Black people.
Yeah.
So it's very rare. You won't see it often just because of the culture. You know, cultures want to be with their own culture, and that's understandable. There's nothing wrong with that. But sorry, Mom, you don't get mad at me for saying this, but my dad's family offered my mom $20,000 if she didn't marry him.
Wow.
Because she was half white and half Black, right? And so she went forward and married him. And of course, they divorced years later. So now she's like, "Give me that fucking money," you know?
Too late. Too late. The deal's gone.
Yeah. And so, and my father's a great father. So there's nothing wrong with that part there. He's an amazing person and he helped make me. So any music you like, you can thank my mom and my pops.
Yeah.
But anyways, so they created, I'm also a twin too. And
are
so,
you?
yeah, I have a twin brother.
Okay.
And also my mom is a twin, but she's an identical twin.
Okay.
So it's very interesting family dynamics that I have. And he looks nothing like me. Like he's got like black hair. He's tall and skinny. I've got blonde. I have no family that has, you know, huge curly hair. So I'm like, "Mom, are you sure I'm not the milkman's baby?"
Yeah.
And, but it's just a unique combination to have Black and Lebanese and white mixed
Yeah.
in because it's unheard of. So
Yeah.
that's why, you know, it's different. So I think that is why I've got that grittiness because I got that Black in me, and then I got a little Lebanese,
Oh,
and then I
yeah.
got that white. So
Yeah.
that's
Ain't
my
nothing
background.
more grimy and gritty than the Lebanese people,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Let's get it done.
my barbers and one of my
yeah,
homies who
yeah,
owns
they're
all the
the
barber
biggest-
shop around here.
yeah,
Mo,
biggest
shout out to
businessman.
Shatified, baby.
Yeah.
Mo, Orlando, Shaddy,
yeah,
respect Shaq, you too. I know you watch these, you know, the best barbers in the biz,
yeah.
but and I grew up on the north side in Castle Downs of Edmonton, so I was always surrounded. My best homies were all Lebanese all the
cool.
time.
Yeah. So you know how they get down,
Yeah,
businessmen.
man. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, most of the establishments in Edmonton, Calgary, they're owned a lot by Lebanese culture people. So,
Right.
you know, so you got to
Yeah.
give the respect to them as well.
Yeah.
For being that way, because that's what your parents want you to do.
Yeah.
You either be a doctor, own a business, or get the hell out of the house.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the Lebanese culture, and I appreciated that part of that culture. You know,
hustle and grind, baby.
yeah.
What would you, for other young women out there who are trying to sing or rap? I mean, let's talk about rap specifically because that's a unique thing. Being a woman in the singer-songwriter category, I think is quite common. Being a woman trying to break through in a rap category, in a rap genre, hip-hop genre, is not as common.
No.
What advice would you give to a young, aspiring female rapper out there?
Not give a fuck what anybody thinks.
Let's go.
No, seriously, that's number one. There's going to be people that judge you. You got to think being a female in a hip hop, male dominated world is hard, but it's also unique because you're going to be shining, right? You're the only female. It's unheard of. Like I said, I'm the only female hip hop artist in Red Deer. If you were the only basketball player in Edmonton, people are going to be focused on you. And especially if you're good, they're going to be really focused on you. So it's one of those things where I am unique, but then I got to bring it, right? Because if I suck, then that gives the code that every female rapper sucks, right? Because it's like, I've heard females, they all suck. Like we've got a lot of great badass female hip hop artists in Alberta, in Calgary and Edmonton more so. Shout out to my girl Nikki, Sincere. There's so many, like I'm just shouting out a couple, but in Edmonton too, we've got so many fire female MCs, man, the list can go on. And like I said, I'm the only one at Red Deer, and it was hard. But that's the beauty of it. You're unique. So that would be the message I'd give. You're one of a kind. Everybody skates, everybody skateboards, you know, there's so many hockey players, but to be a female hip hop artist, like there are a few women that ask me, hey, I'm dabbling in writing and I want to kind of rap. And so I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Like, let's get it together. I want to see more female hip hop artists. There's a gift in all of us and people don't see it. They don't, because they're like, nah, I can't do that. But there truly is a gift. I bet you 1 in 20 females in, let's say, Edmonton, since I'm here, one of them can rap. They just haven't tapped into it, I'm sure. But like, if I had any advice, it would be to be yourself, be unique, and don't give a mother shit what anybody thinks.
You heard it.
Yeah.
You heard it from Miss Teaze.
Yeah.
And you almost have to be that much better.
You do.
Right? As a female
do.
artist, a
You
female
do.
rapper. Do you think the same rules apply for everything else you do in your life? Or is it even much more of an edge that you need to have in the rap
that's a
game?
good question, because maybe I do apply that and I don't even know. You know, maybe that's why I'm so competitive and I want to give 110% in everything I do, because I've had that hunger in the hip hop. So I probably do apply that with everything that I do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for sure.
Maybe it came from your twin brother also, that you're
Maybe.
competitive.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, totally.
Is it just the two of you?
I have an older brother as well.
So who is that, the one you were taking the CDs from?
Yeah.
The older brother?
Yeah.
Okay, not the twin brother.
No, not the twin.
Twin brother doesn't rap?
Not musically inclined.
No,
doesn't
nothing.
even. Yeah, nothing. I'm the only musical person in my family. Like we all love music, but
And so you work full time. What is it like balancing a music career and like a job? You were even timing your drive out here. You're like, well, I'm working nights right now.
Yeah.
Can we do it like early afternoon, later in the afternoon, so I have enough time to come and make it? What's that like, balancing a career and
hard.
music?
It's hard, and I'll tell you why. Because, and let's say I was in a relationship too. Okay, so I'm in a relationship. I work full time, and I'm a hip hop artist. Let me tell you something. One of those is going to suffer.
Yeah.
Okay. You cannot have 3 things on the go without one of them suffering. Okay. So, COVID really slowed things down for musicians because, and it really didn't slow any musician down. There's some musicians that even got the more work done through COVID. But for me, it slowed it down because I was kind of feeling the vibration of the world and what the hell is going on and people dying. And it just put me down, man. It really did put me in a mood where, man, I don't even want to write, man. I just want to, I felt helpless. Like I wanted to help the world and I couldn't. And I'm hearing people dying and our city shut down, our work shut down. Like I just felt helpless. Like this is what it's come to, where I can't do anything for anyone. Nah, I don't like that. And I should have wrote about that. But I didn't have the courage. But what I will say is, through the pandemic and everything, it did make me more hungrier after, because when the pandemic happened, we didn't have any shows open. We didn't have, the government had no funding for music. There was no money coming in. Now, when I say balance of 3 things, your relationship, your job, and being a hip hop artist, one is going to suffer. And unfortunately, my rap music was suffering through the 3. And I was excelling in my work and more responsibility was put on me. So when I did that, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm glad I did that, because it made me realize how much more important music is, because you can be stressed out working your ass off at work, and my work is amazing. They've always supported me in every endeavor. That's a beautiful thing. Like they would support me in a heartbeat if I went on tour. Like I have one of the best jobs ever. That's why I love it so much. But unfortunately, my music suffered because of it. And I was grinding so hard. I have 7 music videos. I was doing shows every week. Like it was crazy. And then the pandemic happened and I slowed down and people were coming up to me like, yo, when are you going to release something new? And when are you going to do, and I felt horrible and just kept feeling horrible. And I said, you know what? I'm just staying away from everybody and just kind of laying low. And I shouldn't have done that, but I kind of loved that moment in my life because I was able to see everything for what it was. I was able to see who was there for me, who was, when the music stopped and the shining lights and the VIP and the free drinks, stopped, what now, right? And so now I'm back in it and doing shows and, the VIP's all back and the drinks are flowing
baby.
and the podcasts are coming
Let's go,
and
let's
the rap
go.
is coming and I love it, but it just made me think who was there for me. And that was a very important thing in my journey because you need to know who's there for you. You need to know who's got your back, especially if I do make it and I do get signed. I don't want to be bringing Joe Blow with me that,
Sure.
didn't have my back. Or
You got to know who you can trust.
That's right. So it is hard to balance all three, but I'm finding the balance again for all three. And it's been nice because I love going to work, serving the community, and I love doing hip hop and podcasts and being with you. You're incredible artist and human being. I don't know you that well, but from what I've known you so far, I can tell by your soul, you've got a good heart and you're a great family man and you're a great person. This is beautiful here.
Thank you. You too.
And, but it is hard. Like I said, if you got 3 things going on, one's going to suffer. You got to choose which one's important.
That's good advice.
And music is important because money isn't everything, right? Like working and paying the bills, gets boring.
Yeah.
But if you have music, it gets you things like shows, podcasts, meeting new people. Like it's so much better than just working,
Well, and not many people are going to have that experience at work where you described that feeling that's better than sex, coming off of a stage and people are dapping you up and it's like, good show. And that energy and vibe that you left everything on the stage and people are giving that back to you. There aren't many things in life as an artist or musician that compare to that.
No.
It's one of a kind.
Not. Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But the balance is important. So I appreciate that
It
too.
is, yeah.
Listen, Ms. Teaze, I appreciate you so much. And I honestly can't believe that we connected the way that we did. It happened instantaneously.
Yeah.
You messaged me back right away.
God is good.
And we just we made it happen and you were super excited. I'm so grateful that you let me jump on these songs with you. We're going to show the people what we performed at the end of this podcast.
You're gonna love it.
We've already recorded it and
Oh man.
Huh?
I'm surprised the fire marshal ain't here. The fucking how we burned that shit down,
we
man.
burned that shit
was
down,
so
baby.
dope.
We burned that shit down. So
That
I'm
was
really
dope.
excited for everybody to hear it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for your show, D12 and Obi Trice in Red Deer.
Yep.
Closing this out, if there's any final piece of advice that you would give to your 15-year-old self, what would you tell yourself?
I would tell myself tomorrow is another day.
100.
Don't worry about what people think. At 15 years old, real quick, you're so worried about your friends, your who you got, your circle. In 15 years, those people aren't even your friend anymore. You might have one or two, my high school
None of
buddy.
that shit matters.
But it doesn't matter. That's what I would tell myself. It doesn't matter if I'm getting bullied. Fuck, I won't see you in 15 years. You'll be and I would just be myself. That's what I would tell my 15-year-old self.
Yeah, that's good advice. It's really hard to do that at 15, right?
It is.
You're trying to be everything that your friends want you to be and you just want to fit in and that's natural. That's human
it
too.
is, yeah.
But I was even learning that into my 30s, and even in my 40s, getting back to music now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling more and more. Somebody told me the other day, a friend, is like, it really feels like you when you do those. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I say that in my verse. The more that I release, the more that I feel me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, it's a lesson that always comes back, whether it's 15, 30, or 45. You got to remember to march to the beat of your own drum and to like do that shit for you and let the rest of it fall into place.
Yes, absolutely.
Miss Teaze, I appreciate you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you for coming on the
having me.
show.
It's
Go
been a
tear that
pleasure.
shit up. Go tear the stage
You know I'm
up,
gonna be
all right?
tearing that shit up, baby.
Yeah.
You know it, RJ. Let's go. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Behind the
yeah.
sound, Miss Teaze.
See ya. Peace. You know those people that counted you out in life? Well, just remember, I haven't forgot, and I'm counting myself in. Yeah, come on, let's go, yeah. Yo, ever since I was a little girl, I dreamt of things I never see in this precious world. I've opened up for the biggest names in the industry, but there was always something missing that was killing me. Friends became enemies, people didn't have your back. It was the same old shit without the warning of attack. And I'm sitting here writing with my thoughts in my pen. I will never let you bring me down in this rap game again. And how the hell did you gon' say that you supporting the scene? I've seen fucking fiends, man, supporting my dreams. There's so much left to say, and there's so much left to do. I'm gonna stop these thoughts in my mind to prevent the deja vu. I just hope one day you're respective to things that I've done. I was just pushing my dreams, pushing to be someone. I work up for the things that I achieve in my days. A special thanks to my fans.
Yo.
You're the reason I stay. You the reason I stay.
It was June 1st, 79. My left hip was dislocated. The doctor said that he fine. They put me in the cast from my waist through to my thighs, all the way down to my feet. Like fuck it, I'm still alive. That's why I walk with a limp, crippled my spine. How I spit this lyrical fire, clip to my side. Singles left of the play button, listen, rewind. Now I'm living like there ain't no saving me, ready to die. Cause everybody dies, but not everybody lives. 44, and I still got so much more to give. Mama gave me my rap name, Jing. If I got famous and the feeling that this rap game bring, I can't explain it when it's me, a microphone and a beat. I feel free, and the more that I release, the more that I feel me. Like Jay, I don't retire from the rap game. Parquet buttered a track like that. Fuck it, we back, man.
Yeah, I need everyone right now to get the ass on the dance floor. It's about to go down. Let's take them back. Yes, yes, y'all. You don't stop until the beat, y'all. I rock on 99 KRS-One. You don't stop until the beat, y'all. I rock on, yeah, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Yeah, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my woo. You giving me a heart attack. Motherfuckers always act like they sitting on stacks. Molly Mall, Pete Rock, man, and Cool G Rap. They brought fire to your ears, so I'm here to recap. I take my time with the things that I say on my mind, and I don't give a fuck if I break bread against sign. And I ain't saying nothing to your face, homie, but I'm bringing fire with the bass, homie. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. But who's the top 10 greatest rappers alive? You bitches wanna get in my business, I'm here to entertain as you witness. Baddest bitch in the scene. Hey, I said a dope MC is a dope MC. I'm paying homage to the best as you can see. Curtis Blow, Dougie Freshman, and Eazy-E. Tupac and Nas, man, they made it history. Yes, yes, y'all. You don't stop until the beat, y'all. I rock on 99 KRS-One. You don't stop until the beat, y'all. I rock on, yeah, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Yeah, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart.
Cool Mo D, BDK, Grandmaster Flash. Without these cats, man, you can't master rap. Got a passion for old school, and no fool call me LL. I do it so well and so cool. Spit these fire bars with Miss Teaze. Bitch, please, we rock this with perfect pitch, then switch keys. The underdog chilling in the fog for too long. Bring that boom back to rap with a new song. Take me back to rap in the 90s. Come find me. 50 years of hip hop, still energizing, climbing. Minimize my sunshine, you about to go blind, and I can't feel my face. Keep them tape decks rewinding.
Yes, yes, y'all. You don't stop until the beat, y'all. I rock on 99 KRS-One. You don't stop until the beat, y'all. I rock on, yeah, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop. Yeah, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my woo.
Baby Jing and Miss Teaze, baby.
Miss Teaze, come
behind the sound. You already know what it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo! Let's go.